Morning, everybody. This is Vince with Listings-to-Leads, and we're going to get started in a few minutes with our class, which is Listings-to-Leads for lenders. So if you can, let me know if you can see my screen and that you can hear me. Thanks. Okay, so everybody, I'm Vincent Meza. This is Listings-to-Leads, and this is our call for our lender clients. So a little bit about Listings-to-Leads. We've been here for 14 years. We're designed to help realtors advertise, designed to help them market their listings and get buyers and sellers with those listings. But also there are times where realtors don't have listing, and we have tools to help them get either buyer leads or seller leads with multiple different kinds of tools, even if they don't have listing. I think realtors are generally in one state or another. They've got listings or they don't, the bulk of that they're operating. So for a lender, the approach for you is really to think about offering value to your real estate partners other than today's rates, because I'm sure you have a lot of realtors in your market that you want to work with. They're going to be a great source for loans. And there are dozens, if not hundreds of real lenders calling about today's rates. And so do you want to be doing that, or do you want to really be offering value, bringing value to your conversations in the shape of technology that can help them advertise, help them get more buyers and more sellers and grow their business? Okay. And so that's what Listings-to-Leads is about. So like I said, we have many kinds of tools. And so we'll look a little bit at the tools, but we're really going to talk about how to engage agents, how to think about it. And so when I introduce this to lenders, I often let them know, like, you can reach out to me. I'm Vince at Listings-to-Leads. I think if you go on the lender page, just go look, you can schedule a demo with me right here. And you take your time, and there's my contact information if you need to reach me there anyway. And lenders often, I tell them, you might want to engage with me a few times as you're getting started with the platform. We have agents 10 to 20 sign up every day on the platform. It costs them $60 a month. When you sign up, it costs you $150 a month, and you can have up to 5 agents in that account, and the agents aren't paying for it. So you're really bringing a lot of value of what's under the hood, and we'll look at that. Now, if you want to, also engage agents and give them something just to learn about us, they can go to leadgenwebinars.com. And we usually have 3 classes here, 4, one including lenders, but 1 for Facebook and Google, 1 for getting started, and 1 for top tools for more listings. Now, when we do any of our classes, including this one, we record them. We put them right on this page right here. And I definitely recommend that if there's a realtor that wants to stay in the industry and grow their business, that they get familiar with our platform. We are very low cost, and we are very effective at getting both buyer and seller leads. So there are 3 classes, or 4, that I go. 1 is top tools for more listing. 1 is Facebook and Google ads, and the other is get started. And then I do 1 for lenders, which is what we're doing today. And then I just repeat them. My partner Scott does some others that are specific about, here is circle prospecting. Here is a 100-point marketing plan. So just certain small aspects of the platform that you can learn how to use, and then also get more familiar with it. So that's on our YouTube channel. And like I said, we have live training that you can sign up for at leadgenwebinars.com. And then we have our mastermind group. And our mastermind group is a private group. And anytime, if you're not in it, you should use the support team that's inside your account and ask them to get you in the mastermind group. It's a private group inside of Facebook. And if you're not in it, you can't see it. It's just how it works. But the support team can get you in as long as you're a client, right? And right here, I think last night, an important thing came in. It's a good post from one of our clients. This is our mastermind group, is where our clients talk about what we're doing or what they're doing. And Scott and I talk about the technology that's coming down the pipe so we can share ideas. And this guy here, Tommy, said, hey, I just got a listing from a PDF guide, 12 mistakes to avoid when selling your home. Now, part of the platform, we'll get into what we're actually doing, is supplying, part of the platform is supplying PDF guides. Now, let's just look at it here real quick. Just log in and look at an account. The tools that are out there to help agents get business are over here under the listing section. And there's a lot of tools. Some are automatic. They go out to your social media. All the tools are created automatically, but some you have to use, like you have to click a button or copy it or share it. And other ways we can share it automatically. If you want to run an ad, you probably want to click a couple buttons to run an ad. And that's all good. That's what you do when you have a listing, or you can borrow a listing for maybe a colleague or somebody in your office and then put that in here and still do all the same sorts of things and capture leads, right? And then we have PDF guides here, and there are 40 PDF guides for home buyers and 40 for home sellers, all right? And you as lenders also have 11 more PDF guides, like general discussions of certain types of loans, right? So you can get them out there. And then here we can see that if we click market, we can run a Facebook ad, a Google ad. We can share it for free on social media. We have an e-flyer for your database. So if you got a lot of leads in your CRM, you want to copy and blast out a flyer, you do. There's a script if you want to call your database and say, hey, I'm sending that to you. There are print flyers and postcards and landing pages, all for each one of these. And there are 80 of them, okay? Now, what this gentleman here, Tommy, is saying is that he got a listing. And he got a listing by running a Google ad on 12 mistakes to avoid when selling a home. Okay. So that would be, let's click on seller guides. And here's 12 mistakes to avoid right here. So all he did is he clicked here on Google, and let's see if we have the Google software. They may not be using it here in this account. But when you click it and you choose Google, we just write the end. And the landing page to get that information about that report, it's automatically generated, right? So we drop you here. I'm not sure if Google, yeah, so in this case, we need to subscribe to that. The software, the Google software is $30 a month. And then whatever your ad budget is on top of that. So I'll show you what it looks like to run an ad there in just a minute. But that's what he did. And when you run an ad, it's usually like $350 and you get maybe who knows how many leads. But it's not going to be more than 30, probably closer to 10 or 20 leads for $350 on Google. But he's able to convert one of those leads into selling a listing. That's great for him, right? You're going to find a lot of buyers and get a listing from one Google ad. Now, we also have landing pages. So again, I mentioned don't have listings all the time. So they might want a landing page, and they get unlimited landing pages with our system. Free home values is the default one, down payer assistance. You could customize these landing pages if you want to speak about your financial offerings. You just click edit, which is the pencil here. There's one for new construction, for iBuyers, but every client should have a home valuation page for their core farm market, right? So I have one here for Princeton. This is actually a client in New Jersey, so Princeton's in their market. And this offers a free home value. And once you've created the landing page, which is part of the system, there are multiple ways of getting it out into, I'm going to click on here and see how we get there. Multiple ways to get it out. And some of the ways are social media posts, just share it for free, or run an ad on Facebook. Here, you can see the ad is already created, right? You have an e-flyer for your database again. So if you have a lot of leads, here's a flyer that's going to drive people to that landing page. And then postcards and door hangers. And we have clients that get leads just by printing out the door hangers. They don't even knock. They just walk the neighborhood because the door hanger is so simple that you're going to get leads from it, right? It's just, let's look at it here, where we don't tend to make marketing materials that are heavy to read, a lot of reading. I think everybody scans things in a few seconds and they make a decision. And this one is going to have some data points about Princeton and then get your free home value by scanning that. So it's very simple. And if an agent wants to just, I know a lot of our clients just walk and hang these in the neighborhood, and they end up with listing leads by the time they get back to their office. So when we click edit, you can always change the background picture to make it fit your sort of market. You can work on your autoresponders if you want to upgrade that a little bit. But all these things are here for landing pages in any kind of landing page that you want, right? So you can create landing pages for home value. You can create landing pages for FSBOs, for expireds. And then we also have, this is a part here that gets people pretty excited. It's called social content. And so when you come here, you can actually, the first time you come here, it's going to ask you to connect to your social media accounts, right? So each agent should do this, connect to their social media account. Then it's going to say, when do you want us to post? And you tell us how many days. And then it says, what topics do you want to post? And you'll see that because I'm logged in as a lender, there are the PDF guides I just mentioned, and I said there are 80. There are 40 for buyers, 40 for sellers in English and in Spanish. And also, if you're a lender, you've got those 11 that we can auto post for you. So if people want to download them, they got to give you their contact information for free. There's a lot of things here for home design, outdoor living, and quotes stuff. So you can turn some of these on or all of them on. It's all a free part, but I definitely recommend that you get an agent to get this part on because it's pretty impressive and they don't need their listings, right, to hit. But if they've connected their social media and their listings hit, we will auto post them to their social media accounts. And that happens automatically under the listing. And the last thing that's part of the setup is the ad software, right? And so I mentioned Google earlier, but the ad software for Facebook is part of the platform. So it's not an upgrade to use Facebook. And a lot of agents get a lot of buyer leads. It's the top place to get buyer leads. And a lot of agents get a lot of seller leads from Facebook, right? The quality of a Google lead is higher than a Facebook lead, but the cost is easily double or triple. So I definitely recommend that agents get their arms around the how do you say, the Facebook ad portion of our platform. And then they can upgrade into Google and know that they're going to spend more per lead, but those are really high quality, right? Let's look at the easiest way to get a buyer lead. We can click create listing ad and we can choose an ad for a home that is just listed. And then we can decide here, do we want to send the leads to the lender or do we want to send them to the agent? You can make that decision, right? In this case, you are paying, meaning the lender is paying for the ad. But agents can always log in and pay for their own ads for their own listing. Either way, it's going to look just like this. And you might need to type in the home. I don't know what Haledon Borough is, but it's not seeming to see that. Let's see if we can find it here. Normally we auto post. Yeah, there's Haledon, New Jersey. So we do a $35 ad. There's a 15-mile radius. You might want to expand it. If you're working with clients in the southern states like Arizona and Florida, you might want to add a different city up here like Chicago because people like to move out of cold, wintry places to places where they can retire. And you click publish, and that's going to get you leads that will cost you on average $3 each. And these are buyer leads that are pre-populated from the Facebook profiles with name, email, and phone number. This is a great way of capturing leads. Now, you as a lender are going to get copied on these leads, and you can make the decision to let the agent follow up with them, or you can follow up. And I know a lot of lenders do like to follow up with the leads because they can pre-qualify them, and that saves the agent time. It also guarantees you a loan. I constantly hear from lenders saying, hey, I've added some agents and I'm working with them. I'm making all these great things happen. We're getting leads and they're doing loans with other people, right? And how do I get them out of our system? And that's easy to remove an agent and put a new agent in. But that's the reality of working with realtors. They have other relationships and you're trying to grow yours and you haven't quite gotten there where you're locking in the loan. So that's why a lot of loan officers like to reach out, close those buyer leads, make sure they're pre-qualified, and then hand them back to the realtor and say, hey, These people are approved for 500 grand. Can you help them out? That just solidifies your loan, right? So either way, you're going to get buyer leads by running ads on homes that are for sale. This is the fastest, easiest way to do it. You can also run ads on the PDF guide. So when I showed you this one up here from our mastermind group, and this guy said, I got a listing from running an ad on a PDF guide. What does that mean? It means that he went over here to the ad section. Now I'm showing you what it looks like on Facebook, but it looks exactly the same. 12 mistakes to avoid. This is the one that he used. And we want lead ads, so we get pre-populated name, email, phone number. And I definitely recommend doing this, right? I recommend doing, I'm going to do Paladin, New Jersey. Definitely recommend that you are using these on both Facebook and Google. The cost per lead is going to be higher on Google. The intent of the person doing the search on Google is higher than the person looking at cats on Facebook. But still, there is a value for the leads on Facebook. Don't let me belittle that. We have been using Facebook software since it was created. We've been teaching agents how to run ads on Facebook since they developed that part of their platform. And it works. Consumers are there and it works. Is there somebody that has a question there? I think I'm going to mute somebody here. I'm hearing some weird. Yeah, I just muted that. So anyway, that's a little bit about how you run ads. There's listing marketing over here. There's PDF guides. You can use flyers. You can reuse ads. You can use software. You can use Facebook. But what I want to talk about more is how you engage an agent. I'm actually right now working with a lender who is his name is William Pender, a seasoned, like I think 20-year plus loan officer. And he's definitely deep into technology. He's known us since we began. And then he left, stopped working with us. And then he came back last year and he absolutely loves our platform. And I had a conversation with him just this week or last week, I can't remember, where he's saying, you know what, I'm engaging, I'm getting people in, but they're not like doing the setup so that things aren't going, it's not working the way that you want. And so what I want to point out is, again, my email is Vince@Listings-to-Leads, and I have a 5-minute setup video. What you want to make sure is if you're adding an agent to the account, that they log in and turn things on, put their picture in, put their logo in, turn on social media auto posting, turn on the social content over here so that content goes out, because then the system just starts working and it starts putting a lot of content. And believe me, that content is impressive. Now, if they have listings, they can auto post listings and agents can get free leads, and then they're really paid. And that's really where I think you want to get an agent to understand the value of what you present to them. Because when you say, hey, agent, because here's how a lot of realtors engage their agent. They have an agent that they know, right? And they log into Listings-to-Leads, they go add agent, and they can see that, oh, you know what? I'm going to put their contact information and it's going to send them an invite, right? And when it sends them an invite, they're thinking, cool, this is great. The agent knows. The thing is, I'm sure you get 100 to 200 emails every day, and I'm sure a realtor gets at least that, right? So this email, God knows if they're going to open it, right? And that's the problem. So what you really want to do is you want to let them know, I found something very powerful, right? And I want to get you in it, and I want to make sure you get it turned on. So when we do that, if you get them into the system, let's say you just say, hey, I'm going to turn you on. Let's get on a phone call together and turn everything on. Because once it's on in 48 hours, or probably less, in 24 hours, they're probably going to get blown away. And then you can reach back to them and you can say, hey, do you have properties that you need more buyers? Do you need to sell some properties? If they have listings, then yes, probably the answer, yeah, I need to find some buyers. The first thing, like I showed you earlier, is run an ad on Facebook, and you're going to get leads with name, email, and phone number. You can text them till they're ready to talk. Then you make an appointment and you close them. And we have lots of examples of people closing business, capturing leads, and getting both buyer leads and seller leads from Facebook. Now, what I'm showing you here is on the agents tab, and it's a way to start the engagement of an agent. It's actually a presentation that we've made for our lender partners, and it's just a slide deck, and it shows you how we're actually capturing leads from social media, from your farm, from your seller sphere, and from your database. And then if you keep scrolling through, you'll notice that we just show them examples of what the thing looks like. And that might be helpful for you to understand. These are the high level bullet points of the platform. And it's going to help agents understand what you're offering, right? Now, you can also up here in this section, you can write an ad on Facebook. So let's say you don't actually know any agents, but you want to create an ad to show people that this is here. So here I can just type in my core town, right? And the ad is pre-written. I can publish it. It's coming from whatever your business page is on Facebook, and this will capture leads from people who are interested in growing your business, right? You can share it for free on social media, right? So you don't have to pay for an ad. It's still going to look almost identical, and it'll capture leads as well. Just not as many, right? I don't know how many people are following you on social media, but if you got a couple leads for free from sharing it, that would work. If you want thousands of people to see it and capture dozens of leads, then you need to pay for an ad. Now, if you got a database of agents in your market, like maybe you got it from the MLS, there's an e-flyer for you, right? And you can copy this and you can blast it out. Usually that's a free service that your CRM would have. And then there's print flyers. So if you're going to do like a lunch and learn, or you're going to go meet some agents and you want to say, hey, I found a great system that's going to help you in all these ways, check it out. If you want a free account, just scan there or just give me a call. We'll get you in, right? And then there's a landing page that has, it's again, the same kind of concept. Get a free account. If you're talking to somebody and you're like, hey, I've got this great system. It does all these things. Let me send you this flyer over and look at it. And they can look at the bullet points. This is really what we're doing. And you can now say, get a free account by just dropping your contact. These are ways to engage the agents, to introduce them to them. But at that point, then you want to make sure that you're walking them through that they've got the setup right. And the setup is really get into your profile, connect your social media, go over here to this ads page, connect your Facebook ad account, turn on social media content, which is I showed you earlier, and then get your landing pages going. And I definitely recommend that you as lenders and as title professional, that, getting buyers is important. There's still a lot of people that say, I don't even care about buyers. There's people who are going to bring them to me. So you want to be able to speak to people about getting listings. And so the first thing that's like going to drop the seed is when you get them into the system, go over here and say, hey, let's go over to the landing page section and let's create a landing page called Property Valuation Plus, which is the instant home value. And then ask them, what is the number one city where you want more listings? It might be, who knows, whatever it is, just spell it out and click create landing page. And that's going to create an instant home value page. Okay. And we have one here. We were looking at it earlier, but this client took the time to upload a photograph of the downtown area. And that's what you want to do is you say, hey, let's get this ready for you to market. Because now there's a letter, there's an e-flyer, and there's the ability to run ads to get people to this page so that you can get more listings. I think a lot of people are going to want, if they're in real estate, they're going to want more listings going forward. So with listings to leads, you definitely have a way to help them advertise, to help them build their brand, to help them capture buyer leads, and to help them get more listings. If you can convey that to people, you will find that you're going to have a good long-term partner. Now, as a reminder, my name is Vincent Meza. If you go to our lenders page or our title page and you try to schedule a demo, you'll see my contact information right there. If you want my 5-minute setup video on how to set up your account, that might be helpful. Just email me, Vince at Listings-to-Leads, and say, hey, can I have your video? I actually have a link to our YouTube channel there, and I also have a couple of flyers, one which is top tools for more listings, and other is Facebook and Google ads. And you're going to want those. Every agent will want those. And it's something that's going to help you help them advertise and grow their business. So are there any questions? That's my story for today. This is being recorded and it's going to be on our YouTube channel either later today or tomorrow. I don't see any questions. So thanks for joining me today. Again, I'm Vince at Listings to Leads. If you're a lender or title professional, you have questions what's going on, please let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.